It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News podcast on this, the 6th day of October 2023. Breaking news just into the Chillie Cruises studios. Just literally minutes ago, the Norwegian Sun attempted to dock in Skagway, Alaska, with winds gusting to 55 miles an hour. And the captain said, I don't think so. Maybe I'll come back later. And she left. So, meantime, the Norwegian Sun is sailing around trying to decide if they're going to attempt to land later on today. And I don't blame them for not trying to dock at 55 mile an hour wind. That's an accident looking for a place to happen. All right, breaking news from the Norwegian Sun. All right, headlines today, folks. The lead story this morning is solo rower rescued. Also today, Carnival is back in Mobile. Royal Caribbean announces the name of its next Icon-class ship. Carnival expands its Long Beach offerings. Norwegian Jewel sets sail on a Transpacific cruise. Carnival Magic cancels Bermuda. Island Princess drops Stavanger. A weather update and lots more here on a busy day this morning on the Friday Travel and Cruise Industry News podcast. Today, folks, is National Noodle Day. And last night at dinner, Amanda was saying, well, tomorrow night we're going to have, oh gosh, I forget the name already, Poppin' and scallops. And I said, what the hell is that? She says, oh, it says some kind of noodle. It's an Italian noodle. I said, oh, okay. So something with noodles and scallops, it can't be bad, right? So, and then today's National Noodle Day. So I'm wired in for that one with, I forget the name of those things. It's some fancy Italian noodle. Starts with a P. I probably would have said it wrong anyway, and Dennis would have been yelling at me. If you're listening via the podcast, always welcome aboard. You can access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. All the big guys, they all have it. iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, Stitcher, any of them. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the fat travel guy. And anytime you're listening to the podcast and want to jump over to the video feed, there's always a link in the description of the podcast so you can do just that. All right. A really cool deal was posted from on the Passion for Cruises USA Facebook page this morning. And this, for some of you that are looking for an unusual cruise, this might be the ticket. It's 19-night Canary Island cruise on board the MSC Grandiosa. 19 nights, folks. It sails from Santos at Sao Paulo, Brazil, has 4 or 5 stops in Brazil, then goes transatlantic to the Canary Islands and Casablanca and Morocco, Malaga in Spain, and ends up in Valencia, Spain. 19 days, or 19 nights. This is actually 20 days for $1,000 for a solo traveler. Solo traveler with all taxes and port charges, $1,000, $1,074. Balcony is $2,136, including taxes and port charges. Just check in with our friends at Viva for the Passion for Cruises. Really cool. I mean, obviously you got to fly, folks. You got to get to Brazil, but if you need some help with that, they can help you with that one just as well. If you might be interested, just give them a call. That's the number, 866-312-2314. Just tell them the fat guy sent you. They'll know who that is. So a couple things to hit before we get to the news this morning. Emma is back home from the Orient. Said it was like a 17-hour flight or something, so she was pretty tired and is probably sound asleep now. Our buddy Bubba actually interviewed the hotel manager on the Volendam. It was a very nice interview. It's on Bubba's Holland America page. A very interesting interview. But anyway, the hotel manager has his wife and 2 kids on this cruise, which Bubba said are just cute as they can be. And then that's Sylvia's on Mariner of the Seas. She's on her C2 scooter. I just talked to them this morning, to the folks at Will Power Chairs this morning, and we're setting up a meeting next week. So I'll look forward to that and to get the new person that I'll be answering to. So her name's Emily. Haven't met her yet. Looking forward to meeting her and starting off with that. All right, before we get to the news things, let's take a quick look at the weather. It's pretty close to the exact same way it was yesterday, in that in the Atlantic you got Felipe taking a jog actually to the northeast, put Bermuda right in its sights. Tropical storm conditions beginning and expected to continue over Bermuda for the day today and tonight. It's about roughly 100 miles south of Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds 50 miles an hour. It's moving northeast at 18. Pressure's 1,003. A turn toward the northwest is forecast. By early Sunday, the center of Felipe will pass near Bermuda later today and then reach the coast of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, or eastern Maine Saturday night into Sunday. So that takes care of the Atlantic. Pacific's a little more complex, but still Lydia continues to slowly strengthen. 440 miles west-southwest of Manzanilla, about 465 miles south of the southern tip of Baja. Sustained winds at 70, west-northwest at 5 miles an hour. Pressure's 990. Additional strengthening is forecast during the next couple of days. Lydia should become a hurricane later today. Is that going to affect anything? Probably not, but we just have to watch it and see. I mean, it could, depending on how much it strengthens, it could always take a slight turn and then could affect Baja California. And it's close enough that it's still producing some rain and wind and high surf along the Mexican coast and Baja California as well. Then the orange mark is an area of disorganized shower and thunderstorms located south of the Gulf of Tehuantepec. It's associated with a trough of low pressure. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for gradual development during the next several days. Tropical depression should form by this weekend, while the disturbances move slowly west-northwestward. It's 40% chance over the next 48 hours, 70% chance, or 80% chance, over the next 7 days. The one out in the western East Pacific is an area of low pressure. It's about 1,200 miles from the southern tip of Baja It's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. It should be gone before the day's over with. All right. That's going to wrap up the weather portion of today's show. That, and along with the breaking news on the sun, we'll get back to more news after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. Top story today, folks, has to deal, I don't know, with a strange rescue. Australian solo rower Tom Robinson's rescue unfolded successfully earlier today as the Pacific Explorer cruise ship came to his aid. The Pacific Explorer was in the midst of a 9-day journey departing from Auckland, that's in New Zealand, of course, with approximately 2,000 people on board when it received a request for assistance from the New Caledonia Marine Rescue Coordination Center. Tom Robinson had embarked on a daring solo expedition to become the youngest person to row across the Pacific Ocean. Unfortunately, he encountered difficulties while south of Vanuatu, prompting him to activate his distress beacon due to damage sustained by his vessel. The crew of the Pacific Explorer swiftly responded to the distress call and conducted a rescue operation to retrieve Robinson from his capsized craft early this morning. So a successful rescue from a fool trying to row across the Pacific. I don't know. I know people are daring. They do things like that. What can I say? All right, the next story today, folks. Carnival cruise ship is back in Mobile, Alabama. After almost 12 months without a ship in that city, with a fresh coat of paint, the Alabama Cruise Terminal in Mobile returns to cruising today. As Carnival Spirit makes her debut from that city, the ship completed its repositioning cruise from Alaska and is now in Mobile to cruise this afternoon. During the 6-month season, Carnival Spirit will home port on the Gulf Coast through May before repositioning to Alaska next summer. Sailings from Mobile include 5, 6, 8, and 12-night trips. So that's a pretty good expansion from what it used to be. All right, our friends over at Royal Caribbean announced the new name of the second Icon class cruise ship, which will debut in 2025. It's going to be called, drumroll please, Star of the Seas. Ship is currently under construction at Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland and will be the cruise line's third ship powered by LNG. Carnival Cruise Line, again, maintaining its position as a leader in the West Coast cruising, has opened bookings for future sailings departing from Long Beach aboard Carnival Panorama, Carnival Radiance, and Carnival Firenze. The newly introduced itineraries encompass 6 and 8-day options for Carnival Panorama, spanning from May 2025 through April of 2026. These cruises offer a wider selection of destinations departing from Long Beach, including Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, La Paz, and Ensenada, thus expanding the range of choices for passengers. All right. After conducting its summer program in Alaska, the Norwegian Jewel recently sailed from Seattle on a repositioning cruise to Japan. I did have a picture of the Jewel up. It got eaten. Oh well, I'm not going to take time to go pull up a picture of the Jewel, so don't panic, folks. The 16-night Transpacific cruise sails to Tokyo and also includes several ports of call in Alaska and the Asian country. Norwegian cruise ship is scheduled to sail to Ketchikan Icy Strait Point in Seward before crossing the Pacific Ocean this afternoon or later today. It will be on its way across the Pacific. Once in Asia, the Norwegian Jewel visits Hakodate and Sendai ahead of its arrival in Tokyo, which is scheduled for October the 18th. On that day, Jewel is set to kick off its winter season in the Far East and Southeast Asia. All right, the Carnival Magic will not be visiting Bermuda this weekend due to Tropical Storm Felipe. Instead, she will visit Freeport in the Bahamas. The news reports we're getting from Felipe, that's probably a wise move. And finally today, Island Princess drops its call in Stavanger, Norway, due to weather concerns. Hopefully, this move will preserve the Northern Lights experience. So we had some port cancellations on both sides of the pond today. All right, that's going to wrap up the news portion of today's show. So let's go see who might be fussing at me in the chat room on a Friday. Can you imagine such a thing? Mike's with us. Hi, Mike. Hot Air Tom is here. Joanne's here. There's Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Pronounce your A as an open A as in father. Grandiosa. Grandiosa. Rhymes with fawn. Grandiosa. Okay. I did that wrong. Yes, I did. Thank you, Dennis. Steve's with us. Good morning, Steve. Hope all is well out in Kentucky. Nikki's with us down in Jacksonville. Not crazy about Star of the Seas. Stella Morris refers to Our Lady Star of the Seas, but they can name it whatever they like. Yeah, I wasn't real wild about that either. Nikki just got the flu shot, RSV shot, and the COVID vaccine. Triple play. Wow. Well, your arms will be sore. Yeah, this time on mine, no problem at all with the COVID booster. But my arm was sore for about 4 days from the stupid flu shots. It's fine now, you know. Yeah, that's it. Poparadel. Pasta, papadeli. Papadele. Roll the R. Papardele. Yeah, that's the noodle we're having for dinner. See, I knew Dennis would fuss at me over that one. Remember to properly pronounce the A as ah, as in father, not hat. Okay, I got you. And Joanne says, wow, to Nikki. And roll the R one more time. Grandiosa. Grandiosa. I don't know. I'm a lost cause, Dennis. A total lost cause. When I go to Italy, I hope I find people who speak English. Oh, I'll try. Emily just jumped in just in time for me to say goodbye, everybody. Emily's here. I'm going away. Actually, that's going to wrap it up for today. As always, folks, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, the like button. That'll help me out a bunch. If you have not subscribed, please take this as my invitation to do so. Hit the bell notification. You'll be notified when I go live or when a new video is up. And as always, folks, I'm not going anywhere this weekend. And so I'll be here and monitor things in the world of cruising. In case anything happens, I'll come back again live and try to catch up on some of my other work all weekend. So that's at least my plans for now. That's going to wrap it up for today, folks. I may see you sometime this weekend. If not, I'll see everybody back here on Monday. So for now, have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. And hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas, even if I can't speak any Italian. Y'all have a great weekend and a great day. See you later.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.